Our culture plays a substantial part in defining us. Here, we take a deeper look into various cultures and their roles within the Lovejoy community. Dinah's passion for dance and her culture was passed down to her from her mother.
My favorite thing about our culture is dancing. I love to dance always, no matter what the music is. And there's something about just Indian music, it's so energetic and just like full of life and passion. And in the dance kuchipudi that we do, every word has its meaning. It all tells a story. Or even if it's just like Bollywood pop music, it's just so like just fun, and it's just something that I love. The best advice that my parents have given me about my culture is to not be ashamed of anything. The big family, the huge hospitality, the dancing, the accent, the culture, there's nothing to be ashamed of because it's part of who I am.
The transition from one country to another can seem daunting. However, Suma Joseph found it to be a different experience.
I moved from Kerala, India, to Boston in Massachusetts in 2001. When you're from India and you learn to survive in a country of 1 billion people, moving over here was not too hard. The transition, well, it took a little bit of time, but it was not too difficult.
Although her daughters have grown up in a different environment than her, she hopes they will be connected with their culture.
I think they should be very proud of their background and where they come from. I believe they will embrace the food, the dancing. My favorite thing about the culture is that family comes first, no matter what.
While Joseph had an easy transition, Than Nguyen, whose family is from Vietnam, had a different experience.
I was born in Saigon, Vietnam. We moved away during the fall of Saigon in 1975 and migrated, as immigrants from Vietnam after the war.
Nguyen believes that food has a deeper meaning in his culture.
Vietnamese food is, everybody knows what a bowl of pho is, and especially on a cold, rainy day and everything, it warms the soul.
Nguyen's daughter recalls enjoying past celebrations with her family.
We go to my dad's uncle's house. They live kind of close to here in like the DFW area, and we'd all just get together and eat food and eat great Vietnamese food, and we'd just have a good time and stuff, and they'd pass out the red envelopes and we'd get money and stuff, and it was just fun as a kid, and like even doing it now. So
Grace believes that her grandparents instilled a very important value in her.
Growing up and listening to all my grandparents' stories, my dad's stories about just living in Saigon and being in their home country, I've learned that through the fall of Saigon and them having to leave, just the value of sacrifice, the value of just family. And so I've definitely learned that from my grandparents, that, my grandfather had to sacrifice everything. All of his family still lives in Vietnam. All of my grandma's parents and sisters and brothers still live in Vietnam, and so they had to sacrifice a lot so that their kids and stuff could have a good life. So just the value of sacrifice and family is definitely a thing that I try to instill in myself.
This is Shivani Radhakrishnan and Arya Raju reporting for the Lovejoy News Network.